All right. Hello, everyone. This is Fiona Day Quester. I recently got over 100 subs, and apparently most channels do something special when they hit that sort of landmark. I've never been very much of a celebrating, partying type guy myself, so instead of doing something fancy or overblown, I figured I'd just chat with you all. And I brought Skaizo along to join us as well, since he's such a fundamental part of the channel. How you doing, buddy?
I'm doing okay. Hello, you too.
I mean, like, it's my channel, but you've been around since, like, what was it, part 4 of my first Let's Play?
Yeah, something like that. I think you had I think it was somebody from India that you had before me, but ever
Yeah.
since then you've switched.
And he was a solid guy. It's just our internet didn't work out, because I have, like, when I'm throttled, because I have data caps, but when I'm throttled, my download is like 0.6 megabytes and like only half that for upload speed. So between that and him living in India, it just didn't work out.
I mean, it's virtually impossible at that point, because you have somebody an entire continent away, and then you have your connection being throttled. I mean, it's just not sustainable.
Exactly. So it was a switch I had to make, and then you volunteered, I believe.
Yeah, so we've been friends for a while. We met on Pokemon Showdown, and we've just been doing this as a while.
I think we were friends for like around a year before we started the Let's Play thing, right?
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
I think it started back in like 2018, maybe.
And to be clear, Pokemon probably isn't a series I'm going to cover for a walkthrough. I mean, you know me, I'm always exploiting everything I can short of cheat codes and all that. And honestly, the most efficient way to beat Pokemon is to just power level a single mom and just charge right through. And, well, that's not efficient, right? Well, I mean, that's not entertaining, right?
Well, I'd imagine that if you were to do a Let's Play, you'd probably avoid that, right?
Only if there was another gimmick to it. Like, say, it was zero experience, or it was collect all Pokemon and evolve them, or something like that. But even then, it kind of stops being a walkthrough at that point. Well, collect all Pokemon would still count, but zero experience, maybe not so much. That would be a challenge run. Never really liked those, to be honest.
Well, we've actually discussed, what was it? Emerald Kaizo, right? So that's a ROM hack. It's like much harder than the originals. And so perhaps, but I don't know, like, I feel like if you were to play that game, you'd have to be like without power leveling, but it's something for the future, perhaps.
Yeah. It's something to think about. Now, what was I gonna say? Yes, this is where they talk about plans for the future. So, for me, I have always loved video games. Loved them, loved them, loved them. Like, whatever all the other teenagers, all the other children, all the other adults wanted to go out and do something else, my greatest desire was just sitting down and playing games. Like, I don't know, there's just something about it that is super fulfilling, but obviously you can't make a living doing that. So before COVID hit, I was basically working odd jobs, trying one thing or another, trying to see something that fit, and then everything shut down and the whole world just came crawling to a stop. At least in America. I don't think you live in America. Was it like that where you live, Skaizo?
Somewhat. I do live overseas, but I mean, the effects of COVID have been felt around the world.
Right, that's what I thought. So, which I'll be honest, I loved it at first. Like, it was all the free time to do stuff that I normally never got to do. But then as the months passed, I realized, well, first of all, it's not going to last. And, once the present comes and goes, it's like it never happened to an extent. And also, with all that free time, I can do things I normally wouldn't if I had a job. So I decided to start up Let's Playing to keep myself active and channel that interest into something that would hopefully bring some joy to other people.
You can get behind that.
Yes. And I also knew that even if we didn't succeed, like even if the YouTubing thing just comes and goes and it's just a phase of my life or whatever, me and Skaizo still got to spend some quality time together. So either way, something is accomplished.
I enjoy that. I enjoy it when people are optimistic. There needs to be more of that, I feel.
Exactly. That all being said, if I am able to get to 1,000 subs and I can monetize this in any way whatsoever, that would make it easier to make future videos, and it would make a lot of things easier. I mean, and it's not like the green would just start coming in once you got to 1,000. I mean, for starters, you then have to send the request to YouTube, and you'd have to wait several more months as they look at your channel and make sure those subs and viewership wasn't just some cheap gimmick or whatever. But if it happened, I mean, dang, that would be gratifying. So if you think about it, go ahead and sub, leave a like, comment, whatever. Don't feel obligated. It's something I'm hopeful for, but it's not something I need. And it's not what this channel is ultimately going to be about either. None of that sub for sub nonsense or anything like that. So, because even if it doesn't get monetized, I'm employed in a school district, and that has a lot of job security, so I always have something to go back to. So, don't feel pressured. So, that is... yeah, nothing super grand for the future or anything. I'm just gonna keep plugging away, and if any of you guys ever want to hit me up, or if you want to clarify something about a walkthrough or ask for further advice, I have a Discord in the About page. I think there's 5 guys in there, so super small, but it exists.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Just having a place of your own, I feel, is a plus. And you could also, I'd imagine that in the future, when you have 1,000 subs or something like that, I'd imagine that you could have a Patreon as well. Well, that would be helpful to you, but that's in the future.
Yeah. And I've never been very good about... what do they call it? Asking for handouts or something?
Asking for handouts. I mean, I guess you could describe it like that, but I wouldn't. It's more of I would describe it as a community effort, right? Because nobody is, or not begging for anything, or just plugging your Patreon like so many people do, or you would be.
And of course, I'm promising that I'll produce content faster and all that in return, because I'd have more free time to do so. So it's a service, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, it's just like any other business.
And really, that's, I guess, kind of the secret. It's like half a business, but it's also just half you doing what you really, really like. Because if it is really just a business, there's more lucrative roads to go down if you want to do that, right?
Well, of course, but this is your passion, so
exactly.
Whatever you do, I feel that you would be the one who's most capable of doing the right thing in this case.
Oh, thank you, buddy. But, yeah, that's all I've got, really. Again, nothing too special for celebrating since I don't really think about that often. Like, even on my birthday, it's just like, I don't know, like, give me a round tables or give me some cake or something, but don't, like, go overboard. Can you think of anything else to talk about, Skaizo?
Well, I mean, I do think that something like this would be healthy for the channel in the future. Like doing these talks, I feel would be. This way we could connect to, your viewers a little better.
Indeed. Actually, like, funny thing about that, it's like the wildest thing is that, like, for a while I was always scared to do the whole like, comment, and sub thing. Like, eventually I just made it a visual thing instead of always spending like 12 seconds at the start of every episode on what's essentially dead air if you're already subbed. But I swear, the moment I started doing that, I found more people talking in the Something Awful threads. Maybe a coincidence, but it was wild regardless.
Well, it's hard to say, but I do think that the intro is a good tool, I feel, for getting people in.
Yeah. Like, not just for supporting you, but for, like, starting a conversation, too.
Yeah, that's true. And, I mean, when you have a visual cue like that, I feel it's kind of in psychology to just do the thing that's, on screen, but, yeah, I mean, either way it helps.
Yeah. And I can keep on talking and giving you relevant info throughout that as well, like recapping what happened the previous episode.
Yes, that's true too. It's very helpful.
Yeah. Anyways, this is Fiona Dayquester signing out once again. Have a nice day, everyone, and God bless you.
Alright, I'll catch you later, YouTube.
Bye!